what made you like just continuously come back to this project after so long?
I guess the shortest possible answer that I can give you in one word is autism. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
This is, everyone, Selbi,
Yay!
creator of Sonic ERaZor. I think Scarly was probably going to run the interview anyway, so...
Most of it, yes, but if you have anything to say yourself,
I
feel free
will
to.
comment as I go through, but as I normally do. But yes, anyway, this is Sonic ERaZor, Zenith Edition, created by Selbi, who's been a long time member of the hacking community.
Yeah, you will see that in the title screen in just a bit as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
So-
even that title screen kind of is like after I joined the scene, so it's been a long time.
Goodness.
But yeah.
Oh, lovely. ASD, good.
Just waiting for the stream to catch up at this point because we're just at the starting screen.
So I guess we're just watching along on YouTube then.
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
It's just Discord.
It's
Nope.
fine. That's fine.
We should probably look into this after this.
ERaZor 2010 to 2025, so
Yeah, I already mentioned that before we started. Like it
15
started.
years.
15 years. Depending on how
Goodness.
you count, like the beta version dates to 2009, and technically the beta version is built on top of another game that I made in 2008, so it's kind of difficult to count, but it's been around for ages. Some people have played it like until after it was first released, they were born. That's kind of wild.
That's oh jeez.
So I have already two things to say. A,
Sure.
cracking choice of save select music.
Thanks.
Secondly, what's it like having been in seeing the sort of hacking scene evolve over 15 years of developing this game?
Oh. Basically, everything changed in the last 15 years, multiple times. Mostly when it comes to attitude. So I'm not sure how familiar you are with the game, but there was a time when it had a very NSFW Easter egg in it, which was
right.
basically spawned from the time where the game was first created, where it was like the common decency to be as edgy as possible. And thankfully, over time, that kind of attitude has phased out, so don't worry, that Easter egg has long ago been removed. But that is just one of the examples where it's like, yeah, things have changed a lot.
Yeah, so the scene's really matured now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, nothing's perfect. Nothing's ever perfect. But like when you go back to the time where it first started, like you would often see people talking down on newcomers for asking basic questions. And nowadays it's more like the opposite. When a newcomer comes around, like people jump to help them because we know we need new flesh. Otherwise the community will die out in a couple of years.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, it's always important.
This is something I personally also noticed, like around the era, because I was like a dumb teenager. So
we all were, but that's no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
no,
reason
we
to
were all,
be.
we were all in different, like, in game development.
Now we're
hacking.
idiot adults.
Now we're
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna go for casual first, and then I'll
Absolutely go for
to
casual.
curse.
Actually, I should have added a text right here that says, if this is your first time playing, go with casual. Because I still remember some call me Johnny. When he played the game for the first time, he was like, oh, I'm going to be a hardcore gamer. He immediately went to Frantic and didn't even beat the first level.
Oh wow!
So that was kind of awkward, but also hilarious.
Yeah, this is in fact Flapper's first time playing.
This is my first time playing.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay.
been something I've been meaning to get to for years, but I've just never had.
In that case, you don't really need to change any options either. I know
Awesome.
the menu can be a bit overwhelming when you're first starting, but yeah.
One hot day.
It's kind of the thing.
Three
The
pills.
game has been around for so long that it's kind of hard to see or like to understand when you're dealing with somebody who's already played it before and is basically just playing the new version versus someone who's just jumping right into it. So yeah, you can just go.
Oh, cutscenes.
It's just kind of.
One day, the spiked sucker returned to the hills for old time's sake, when suddenly, explosions everywhere. A grey buzz bomber had Sonic running for his dear life, but he managed to escape, only to then launch himself straight into a very conveniently placed trap. So much for a quick revisit.
Yep.
Yep, and this is the start of the game. So, yeah, what I immediately just have to ask is, just the simple fact of, like, what made you, like, just continuously come back to this project after so long? Because you said, like, it technically started all the way back in 08, and here we are with the 8th release. So I'm kind of curious what made you just keep coming back to this.
I guess the shortest possible answer that I can give you in one word is autism. And I think apart from that, it's just something that has just stuck with me for years in a way that I keep trying to make it the final release. Then I put it aside for a couple of years. Then I see a couple of playthroughs on YouTube or whatever, and people will find very stupid bugs that I've never seen before, and then it's like, I might do another quick patch, but it's just gonna be a patch, you know, just a couple bug fixes, and then it's just spiraling out of control from there, and suddenly we have a new major version. Like what you're playing right now, Zenith Edition, that is the first time ever that I managed to have like an actual patch version. It's 8.1 because the 8th version, like 8.0, that started out as 7.1, and then things spiral out of control from there, and it's like, oh, god damn it. But yeah.
And is that also how it went going from 6 to 7? Because that was like an 8-year gap.
Yeah, that was the big one. So when version 6 was released in 2016, I actually thought it was going to be the last version for good, and I mean for a while it even was. But then Red Hot Sonic, who you might know, he's a very popular YouTuber in the Sonic hacker scene, he's actually made a video on his Does It Work on Real Hardware series, and it turns out it doesn't. So that was like the setting stone to make me go back to this project again, and just like before I thought it was just gonna be a quick patch, but then with 8 years of experience that happened in between, new people coming to the team, like stuff was just like it's hard to describe what exactly changed because it's kind of everything, like engine polishing, logic, new stuff, new cutscenes, like this exploding crab meat that you just saw. That was one of the new things that was added. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first played 7. That was one of the first big changes that I noticed. I'm like, oh my goodness! Like even for people who have played it like before, because I started playing ERaZor at like 5, or at least 5. So like seeing a lot of new sprinkles added throughout the game, it helped keep it fresh for people who have been playing for like a very long time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean that was also the motivation, because I mean it would have been novel to just release a patch after 8 years that just does nothing than fix a couple of bugs and softlocks. But that felt kind of lame. And also, as I was developing it, like new ideas just came in, like it just clicked, and then it was like, this has to go into the game. And yeah, it was kind of a lucky coincidence in a way, because most of the ideas were never brainstormed or anything. They were just like into the moment. Like right now, where I tried to make a motion blur effect, which probably looks really terrible on YouTube right now. It's probably destroying a bit rate, but that's one of the things that I absolutely wanted to have in the game. It was just like 5-second decision, basically.
I see. I mean, sometimes the best ideas just come out of the woodwork right there.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I can't say it looks really good outside of the YouTube purgatory.
You have to download the game yourself.
I'll be honest, I wanted my
Yeah,
eyes going funny for a minute.
Link in the description. You can play it yourself. Woo! So you came back to the project like about the last release was basically in 2024. It got in the hacking contest and won first place. Congratulations, still.
Thank you.
But what I have to wonder is, considering also like just this shift in the community and whatnot, I'm also imagining a lot of different hands got on the project as well over the years. Were there any significant contributions from people who were around from the beginning that can still be found here, or did like just everything get like altered by like yourself or like different people?
So the biggest part that has remained until today is the music. The majority of that soundtrack was created by a user called Amphobius, aka Delexam, who hasn't been in the community for like 10 years. So it was a bit weird, but also his soundtrack was like so iconic. Like the opening track to Night Hill Place that you heard earlier, that is like the single most iconic song in the game, to the point where if you try to search on YouTube for that song, like the original song, the first comment you will see is like, this version on Sonic ERaZor sounds better than the original. That's always like the best compliment.
I was thinking, to be fair, the Mega Man X music sounds so much better on a Mega Drive.
Sure it is. Some people hate it. They say it's like completely ill-fitting. But like the whole idea of Sonic ERaZor was to have this incredibly over-the-top action adventure. And I mean, Mega Man music is basically just chiptune metal, so it fits immediately.
A lot of people in the hacking scene were already used to having a lot of Mega Man music being used, so...
Exactly.
Well, Sonic's not having the time of his life. Teleporting waterfalls, crab meats with exploding projectiles, and the original Green Hill Zone turned into a cinema hell. Eggman's balls of steel didn't help much either. But hey, I heard they've got a bunch of emeralds nearby. It would be a shame if you were to miss your goal.
Oh, it's time.
Guess what they... You will see what they mean with goal in a bit.
Oh, is this like the boss gate thing from Metroid?
Boss gate?
I just
Kind of looks like it.
Oh, I didn't mean to go in there.
Bit hard because the stream is still a little delayed.
Yeah. He's talking about I believe he's talking about like the gates that
Oh, the
Statues.
trophies, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Something will happen when you get all 6 trophies. I'm not gonna say what.
I accidentally gone into the tutorial.
Yeah, I don't think you even went into the tutorial.
No, well, I'm going into it now.
You just
Well, I suppose you can. The thing is, with the tutorial, it's always a huge pace breaker on streams. Which kinda sucks. But also the game, especially later on, is getting so like unorthodox that basically requires a tutorial if you want to have any chance of teaching people about stuff.
right. You know, I know at the very like not at the very end, but like at the tail end, there's like a lot more that is asked from the player. So it is nice that a tutorial is here for those that need it.
I mean, this is one of these things that have sort of evolved away from the original version in a way that, like, while I was working on ERaZor 7 and 8, one of the biggest things that has changed in the 8 years of break in between was just learning a lot about game design. And like one of the biggest mistakes about this tutorial is that it exists in the first place, basically.
Right.
Because the best tutorial is the one that the player can't see or read, but rather feels. Just have intuitive game design, you know? And I did want to like delete the tutorial completely at some point, but yeah, just first of all, it felt bad to delete something that has existed for years. And then also some stuff is still too complicated to just make intuitive. So I tried to make up with it by basically making the text itself a bit more entertaining.
Yeah, right.
Dying sucks and stuff like that.
Right, what am I doing wrong here?
You're
There's-
sucking at the game, for one.
In the pit down there, there's a small section where there are no spikes. This is one of the sections meant to teach trial and error.
The stream is like delayed.
Yeah. Ah, you made it. Okay.
And this is the first time I'm finding out that YouTube has a premium only 4 times speed feature.
Why is that premium only?
I have no idea. I'm just finding out about this. Anyways,
Yeah, so this is Space Golf, and this is one of the, like, trivia-wise, one of the funnier parts about the development, because for a while, I completely decided to change that moveset. But my playtesters were, like, incredibly against changing what has been there since 2012. So we actually had to include both control schemes, which was funny.
I will admit I had a bit of trouble learning the new way.
Yeah,
How you
my
establish the
playtesters
old
too,
control scheme.
which is funny when you consider that the new control scheme was actually meant to be easier than the old one, where you just invert gravity. Yeah, that's just how it goes when you work on something for so many years. You get a bit of developer blindness. But yeah. So
People
now
just
they
also just...
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that people just also just get attached to like the way certain things work.
That's
Especially if they play it over and over and over again.
It was a good idea to have both control schemes. Just made it a bit more complex when 2 different buttons to do 2 completely different things.
Right. So yeah, we're in the first set of the first special stage.
I beat Celeste.
This special stage has gone through like so many revisions, but not in the way you think. The layout itself has been pretty much there since 2010 without any major changes. But everything else was completely revamped over and over and over again. Like the biggest change is that you get teleported when you touch the gold blocks, because in the original version you would actually lose immediately.
Oh my.
Yeah, wasn't the most fair or fun stage. But this is also a good example of where like small changes that incrementally make the stage more and more tolerable can just make it from frustratingly bull crap to, I would say, a fair challenge. I'm not sure how you will feel right now playing those live, but looking at the delayed stream, you don't seem to have too much of a problem. So that's
I got it. That was fun. I like that. That was a nice take.
Later on, you will get a revisit of this concept in a different form, depending on how much time we get.
Yeah, that's a good question. Because I actually don't know myself. In the 6-year difference between like 6 and 7, and even now with 8, a lot of new additions were also made. I was wondering, what were some of your favorites that you have added in the recent versions?
By far, my most favorite addition is the completely new level, which is called Unterhub Place. Because that was the first time since, I think, 2012 that I actually made a completely new stage, rather than, adding upon an existing stage over and over and over again, which is still cool in itself, but was a nice palate cleanser to do something completely fresh for once. And also it made me feel like I've definitely improved a lot since then, because the stage came around really quickly, but still has a lot of flash. So I mean, if we don't have time for the whole game, which I don't think we will, and it's rather late into the game, I would still appreciate if you could use the level select to show that stage off.
Yeah, sure.
It's definitely one of my favorites.
One of my favourite tracks. Sorry, I'm a massive Mega Man fan, so the music is...
That's most of what he talks about. Mega Man. Even in this stream.
Yep.
Isn't that song, wasn't that from Street Fighter?
No, this is from one of the Mega Man Zero games.
Oh. You could check the sound test. I don't remember, actually. I've heard these renditions so much that it actually feels warm.
It's from Mega Man 04.
Yeah, okay.
4. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was 4 or 3.
Because I conveniently had the retro wiki page for it open in case
Yeah.
someone was asking for music credit.
Also, in case you didn't notice, the lava is harmless. Not sure if you registered that floating block of lava you jumped through earlier.
Yes, it is.
That was meant to teach players that lava is harmless, and because a lot of people didn't catch that. There was actually briefly a time where it decided, or at least thought about renaming this chapter to "The Lava is Floor," but unfortunately, didn't quite land the same way.
So you're going well in this room, Flapper, but I think you should be very lucky that you're playing on casual mode here.
Yeah, in frantic mode right now, whenever you stand on the floor, your rings will drain down really fast.
Oh my.
So, I think this was also around the time where I'm not sure if someone commented on if he actually beat the first stage or not, but he didn't get far until he rage quit. That's what I remember. Basically, frantic mode is some sort of challenge mode, New Game Plus sort of deal, but I still wanted to have the option to select it from the start for returning players. So yeah.
Yeah, that was the first option I picked. I went straight into frantic.
And how far did you come?
Beat the whole thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you are a returning player, so
Yeah,
I guess mission successful.
very much.
Oh, this makes me nervous.
I really love the. I'm not going to spoil it, obviously, but I really love the end game reward.
The hidden challenge or the
Yeah, the hidden challenge.
Okay. Yeah, that is definitely one of the more controversial changes, rather additions.
I had to go this way.
Really, I actually kind of think that was one of my favorite additions.
Yeah, I mean, controversial in the sense that some people they don't like the oppressive
I see.
atmosphere.
I see.
I would like to give tips right now, but the stream is so delayed that I don't really know what to do.
I've got it.
Basically
I think
just-
I've got it. I've just got to take my time. And don't do something stupid.
The stream delay is so funny because you say that you got it, but you keep running into the same set of spikes over and over and over and over again.
So this will become
Like,
relevant
are you sure about that?
in the text that you will see after the
Yeah,
stage is
I am
complete.
sure about it because I done it.
Yeah, I can see that now that you've done it.
Ah, nice.
I am currently racing Flapper, and I think I'm already on level 6.
You're racing me.
Well,
You're
yeah.
racing Flapper? Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Wait, you're racing me and you're on level 6.
Yes, we started at the same time. I made sure of that.
Like, for context, the world record for this entire game is 10 minutes, which is just giving you a good example
10
of what it means
minutes?
to... the experience.
Flapper, I
with
think
it.
it's time for you to get on that.
Look,
We
I
could have
can
been done by now, but you decided to make this your first run.
I mean, the power time for a casual speedrun, sorry, not speedrun, just playthrough, is around an hour, so... I mean, I still want people to read the text, and I don't expect them to be flawless. There are a couple of deaths in the game which are essentially... Like, if you don't know when they're coming, they are definitely coming. But, they were integral, basically, to my impeccable game design. There's actually one coming up in just a bit, and I'm curious if you will fall into it.
Was this level a metaphor for capitalism or something? At least your efforts of shooting yourself through a maze of spikes were pretty entertaining to watch. Really, I think you should look into being a comedian. I read that as Canadian initially. Wait a minute, I just had an absolutely amazing idea. Let's see how you do.
Oh god, I'm sorry. What? I think you should look being into a Canadian.
I think I need glasses.
That is perfect.
That was incredible.
Sorry, continue.
Right, was that the one I just did? Yes. Oh god, Labyrinth Zone.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, back to Mega Man music.
I guess you didn't fall into the trap, so... Okay. Interesting to watch. People are different about that.
Yeah, everyone tends to play very differently, especially when it comes to Sonic.
That's true. Because this was one of the deaths where I was like expecting everybody to fall into it, but some people just intuitively go to the middle.
Yeah, I
guess.
played enough Mega Man for that one.
Which I mean is fair.
I love how he did die in the hole next to it.
Yeah. I did die to it. Where do I go from here?
You jump dash through that pole.
Ah, yes. I remember that. I did a tutorial. Oh god, touch fuzzy and get dizzy.
So this entire section was actually inspired by, what was it? Jungle Zone Act 2 from the Master System version,
yes.
I think.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just basically making an entire stage around the gimmick of the camera steadily scrolling upwards. And this is probably the most like frustratingly difficult part to code in the entire game for all the wrong reasons. Because yeah, the Sonic 1 camera system really doesn't like to be modified like this. So the amount of edge cases that need to be bug fixed, like edge cases that no sane person would ever fall into.
Right.
Like for example, this checkpoint that you respawned at. Like if you were unlucky, the camera could actually be stuck and you would be stuck in a death loop forever.
Oh.
And yeah, that kind of stuff where it's like would basically never happen, but it had to be accounted for. And that is one of the reasons why, even though the big update with ERaZor 7 doesn't have too many huge gameplay additions, it was still like 1.5 years of work of polish and playtesting and even more polish. And yeah, this is why game design takes a long time, especially if you are an indie dev amateur.
It really does.
Makes you appreciate the other people who have spent who knows how many years on their cool Sonic ROM fan games, whatever.
This is a tough part, indeed. But
Yeah,
mainly
we
'cause I'm an idiot.
last stream we had someone who was working on his fan game since like about 2016, I would say, which is obviously a bit later. But there was this weird purge that happened around 2019, 2020, where everyone's projects just suddenly like got canceled.
I
So,
think
like,
I've broken the camera.
I remember telling him like that it was just really cool to see like projects from like back then still being worked on, that people still care about what they want to create.
Yeah, I broke the
Yeah,
camera.
That was really an era of like people just doing things for clout, basically.
that's true. Yeah, I think the Sonic hacker scene itself has sort of gone into a slow burn phase, I would say. Also, you need to stop walking on top of that ledge, because doing so will scroll the camera up. Just saying. But yeah, the Sonic hacking scene has gone, like, the golden age is over, which is sad, but I guess that just happens with any fandom. Like, if you look at YouTube playthrough channels where videos used to have 1 million views, and now they're lucky to break even 10,000.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah. But still, I think it's coming back slowly but surely. Mostly because it feels like the attitude era that I was talking about earlier in the stream is over.
Yeah.
And yeah.
A lot of these people are just no longer around either.
They're no longer around, they've been banned, stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah, most of them have been banned. Jeez. This is just a general thing, both in the ROM hacking and fan gaming scene, that I'm noticing over the years. There's a very big shift in regards to that, because the fan gaming scene for a while was also kind of just like on a very slow burn, because more people were interested in creating independent projects over something like fan games, because that's something they actually can make money from. And I'm only really noticing in recent years that kind of has been sort of been pushed back into like, okay, we have like a lot of people making fan projects again. With like a lot of frameworks and engines rolling out, a game maker being made free. Also like in regards to the hacking scene, just a lot of new advancements, new people coming in on the daily.
New people, just having a generally more welcoming attitude toward new
That too, that especially.
Getting squinched by the blocks. Yeah.
Just
You know, the interesting thing is this always happens at the second death. Like, I've seen a lot of playthroughs. The first time, people are obviously confused what's happening after they defeat the fish. And then the second time, they overextend and get squished. It happens, like, I've seen that 10 times already.
Right, let's see how badly I can misread this. If only you could see your face right now. Priceless. Well, our camera crew, I read that at cinema, has filmed enough material for 2 feature-length films and a spin-off series, so no more funky camera business from now on. I pinky promise. However, you have killed the mighty jaws of destiny, and therefore must be served the ultimate punishment.
Yeah.
Wonder what that may be.
Also, I must say, I really hate the name Jaws, but that's what the manual says. That little fish is called Jaws, so it had to be put there.
Not to be confused with the Sonic 3 badnik, also called Jaws, but with a Z or Z.
Wait, really?
Yeah. The Hydro City shark is also called Jaws, but it's instead of an S, it's like a Z.
Oh my god. Okay, TIL. I didn't know that.
A shark called Jaws. Did you know that?
A shark called Jaws.
I did not know. I did not know that about that at all.
Really?
Wow. You learned something new? No, that was a joke.
Pretty underrated director, in my opinion.
So this is the second special stage, and it starts off pretty similar like the first one, but it will get different in just about a sec. I will say this first jump is very tough, and that is very much by design. Basically luring you in into thinking it's gonna be another stage just like the first one, and then
Another good music track.
Shinobi 3 Whirlwind.
Yeah.
A favorite of mine as well.
Had this in a fan game of mine.
cinematic music. Yeah. So over here you can actually speed up and slow down with the C and B button respectively. There used to be a time where it was basically just an auto-scroller, and if you don't press anything, that is more or less the intended way to play it. But first of all, like, it's still tough for a lot of people, so having the ability to slow down was pretty vital. And on the other hand, for people who are experienced, like, auto-scrollers will get boring after a while if you practice them enough. So having the ability to speed up was also pretty nice to have, to add a bit of a skill ceiling, basically.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
Risk reward sort of deal. This is also a good time to talk about the limitations, because I see it on stream. So you might see a bit of sprite popping at the bottom.
Alright, yes.
Yeah, I've noticed
And
that.
unfortunately, this is something that is literally impossible to fix. Because the entire game is not a custom fan engine. It's still basically an emulator of the SEGA Mega Drive, just supercharged to support widescreen. But still, the Mega Drive has a hard limit of 80 sprites on screen at once. And it's literally impossible to change that.
Nice.
So if there are too many sprites on screen, with all these gold blocks, it's very likely to happen. Yeah, you will see.
Yes,
the
I
problem.
forget they're not tiles, are they?
No, the entire stage is made out of sprites.
Yeah.
Because the background uses both planes.
Yes.
This is one of these things. If I had more experiences because I didn't want to redo the entire stage from scratch, I would make sure to design it in a correct way from the start. But yeah, it's one of
Where
those
are you
things
going?
I'm gonna deal with.
Am I
You
going
gotta
backwards?
go into that small crevice and collect the ring.
Ah.
Oh no, he's back.
Yeah.
You know,
What are you doing?
I can't even be mad because I don't even know why this keeps happening. And the thing is, when they backtrack, they are surprisingly good all of a sudden. Like,
Yeah.
they managed to go back half the stage before they realized, oh, I was backtracking. Whoops.
Yeah, I should have realised that, shouldn't I?
But I mean,
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny.
I got it.
later on in like a super secret challenge, which I don't think we will see today because it's very related to the game. I actually like worked that into the game design, made the stage as confusing as possible, basically.
If I see such a pathetic excuse for what you call skill, again, I will disable the checkpoints until you do the entire stage blindfolded. Anyways, you've got all the... Please don't take away my checkpoints. Anyway, you've got all the 7 moves now. Super Sonic ain't gonna happen though, as the game only has 6. You'll go to space though. It sort of makes sense for that. 7. Sorta.
I mean, you go to space, isn't that cool enough? Who needs to be supersonic? But yeah.
That
Yeah.
is true.
This text actually has, like, the reason why it says the stuff with the pathetic skill. If you actually go through the stage you just played without touching a single goal block, you will see another text. So that's what that is for. But yeah, next up is probably gonna be one of the hardest parts of the game, at least for a lot of people. Mostly because of the controls. Because it's
think
very
that
hit
will
or
do
miss
just
how
fine.
intuitive those controls are for some people. Like, some people get it immediately, some people just struggle so much. And I just... In 13 years of refinement, I just never understood how to make it work.
It kind of follows the same learning curve as the squid form from Shadow Generations has.
Haven't played that?
I would say.
What's that about?
So basically, how can you explain that? Even the game can't explain that to you.
Yeah, there's a mechanic in Shadow Generations where the game has it doesn't know actually how to explain it properly, And it basically explains you the entire wrong way you need to play that specific mechanic.
Oh.
But here it's more about like really feeling the move. Because I feel like the tutorial is really solid enough. It's just that since it's so short, you can't really practice until you see the level of this one. So
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, that's also kind of what I meant earlier with like intuitive tutorials. Like if I were to redo everything from scratch today, I would not have the tutorial stage and instead like work like 1 minute of gameplay focused tutorial inside this stage itself.
right.
Right.
But yeah, unfortunately those times are long past. Okay, and this boss right here is another case of where people either get it immediately or completely fumble it. Like some
Figured it
people
out, I'm just
understand.
not good at it.
No, you're actually better than most people, believe me, because you immediately understood that you have to use the fans. You have to like run into the fans to keep your momentum. Okay, now you're not doing it anymore. Now you're just spin dashing.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I was doing that.
Yeah. So this is one of the bosses which is like very hit or miss. The idea is that you jump into the fans and then get into a rhythm with jump dashing over the boss over and over until he explodes. In frantic mode, he actually regenerates health when you get hit, so you can't just cheese it. Yeah. But this was also one of the harder bosses to balance. He used to have even more RNG. Okay, no rings right on the last hit. Good job.
Oh! The clutch is real.
Okay. I get what you're asking me to do. Oh, it's golf now. Oh, it's golf now.
I always love that tiny little explosion.
It used to instantly teleport you, but the whole thing was basically inspired by Buzzwire games. Like, I still don't know. You guys are American, right? Is that what they're called over there? Because here in Germany we call them, literally translated, hot wire. So I never really knew what to call them in English.
What do you think the Americans call them?
Buzzwire games?
I think so. None of us are American, by the way.
No? Oh.
No.
Excuse me.
Chat, if there's any Americans in chat.
Yeah, there are definitely Americans in chat, but no, you're talking about a French guy, a Dutchie, and a Brit.
Oh, okay. Okay, your accent is so impeccable, like, just literally.
I get
To
that
be
a
fair,
lot.
I said that when I first met Scarly. I did that exact same.
Everyone has been telling me this.
Well, take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I was gonna mention it's like Operation. Like that's like
Yeah,
the best way to
basically
describe it.
No.
But yeah,
It's
that
really
was basically the
cool to
idea.
hear
So it made sense to have a bit of feedback when you touch the wire, and since this is Sonic ERaZor, it makes sense to have explosions, and loud flashy bang noises, and flashy lights. Actually, fine-tuning this scene, or like this effect, to not be epilepsy-inducing was really tough. But I think I managed it. It's probably still not perfect, but at least it's not as bad as the original version, because if you set the flashy lights to maximum in the options and then play the stage, like, you can see why it's called epileptic. Like, the red is just... It's painful.
Flapper, by the way, there are platforms you can stand on that act as checkpoints, and you
Yeah.
missed one. Twice.
He's just too much of a pro gamer. He doesn't need
Yeah.
points, obviously.
I
That's
really
not,
did.
if he was a pro gamer, he would be playing Frantic, but
If I was a programmer, we wouldn't be finishing this stream. Wait, I didn't. Ah!
yeah. Since we're here, I suddenly remember what you said at the start about like this shift in the community. completely about, and specifically mentioning the Easter egg here. I remember like the first thing I did when I got here was try to see if that was still there, and I was not disappointed by the edit. Because,
Actually,
that really was something of the era.
Yeah, that Easter egg was the new one. I mean, the new one was directly inspired by Red Hot Sonic, who, as I said earlier, was actually the reason why I restarted the game at all. And in his video, he quite literally said, "No, I will not show the Easter eggs, Selby. You are categorically disgusting." The first time I saw that, I was so, like, it was so funny, and so yeah, I did want to play homage to that whole thing, and maybe we can show it up on stream as well. Depends on if we will get there.
But that's something I do enjoy, the fact that like it's still there and it acknowledges that it was something way worse beforehand, and instead of it like getting removed, it's just altered like entirely. I think that's a really fun way of just still being able to preserve that Easter egg.
Exactly. And I mean, it sucks, you know. I mean, the Easter egg was still a very terrible idea to include.
It was.
We don't need to sugarcoat that at all. But it just was part of the game, and I just felt like instead of trying to put it under the rug, it made more sense to acknowledge it, lampshade it, or whatever you call it. Yeah, so right here is where the Easter egg would be. Not sure if we're gonna... Oh, yeah.
I don't think we are. The stream is delayed, but it's whatever. You'll find it on your own if you play Sonic ERaZor. This year's CGS. Link in the description.
Small wall with the two triangles sticking out. You have to go straight up.
Two triangles sticking out, okay.
Actually,
Guess we're going there after all.
I do have a question. I'm guessing this one is no, but with the patches and whatnot, does this run on original hardware or not?
It does, yes.
It
used to
on
not
real
run
hardware.
original hardware, but well, now it does.
What?
Like, fun fact, one of the biggest things that Red Hot Sonic discovered in his video... Oh, you found it, nice. Just have to go straight up through that wall.
Yeah, I got there in the end.
Let's play that out first. Yeah, so that was the Red Hot Sonic reference. And this is where you would have seen the incredibly not safe for work Easter egg.
No!
You died.
And now it's family friendly.
It's family friendly. You can use the hard path skipper here if you want to.
I am. I
You
felt like
haven't
I was right at
already-
the end of it.
You were close to the end.
I really do get when I play Buzzwire games. I also scream in excitement, but I'm really starting to get concerned about your vocal cords. After all, the finale is up ahead, and I was really hoping you would be blessed by your angelic voice one last time. After all, you've got every trophy now, right?
Yeah. Now comes the stage I was talking earlier about. This is the new stage coming up. So
Before that, though, what I do find funny is, I believe when you're playing in Frantic, right, the wire, like, you lose rings when you hit the wires, right?
yeah.
I recall. What's funny is if you do go and out of your way to go through that Easter egg, your ring count gets maxed out, so, like, Frantic players kind of just get an easy way out.
Yeah,
Really
that
funny.
was it was kind of a like I made the decision to put that in there because like right after the Easter egg, there's like this one zigzag section in the level. And that section right there in frantic mode with all the bombs is probably one of the hardest difficult spikes in the entire game. So we actually did discuss this in the private server during development and collectively decided it doesn't hurt. Like if somebody is smart enough to know that's there, they will get a bit of a what do you call it? Just some help, basically. And I mean, in frantic mode, you will also lose all your rings after you finish a stage, so it's not exactly like you can take the rings
That is
elsewhere.
true.
Also, I think we got completely sidetracked about what you asked earlier. Sorry, what was that? Hardware, yeah. So, Red Hot Sonic found out that the original version, like Sonic ERaZor 6 and before that, those would technically work on real hardware, but only if you have a safe battery inside the game. And if you don't, the game will always crash on the text screens, with no way to skip it. And yeah, that was one of the first things that got fixed for the 7th version. And it was also kind of funny, because by complete dumb coincidence, it actually added anti-piracy. Because if you go to places like AliExpress, most of the time you can buy repro cards of any ROM hack you want.
Yeah.
But usually without a safe battery. So, literally like old anti-piracy, the hackers would flash the game to their cheap flashcards, then play around for like 1 minute, see it works, and then that's it. And it was completely by accident. But yeah, eventually it got fixed, so even now if you don't have any safe functionality, it will still work just fine.
I'm already enjoying this more than Spring Yard, so...
Maybe because I remember because of that the Steam release was labeled under Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah, literally just because of that, because the Steam emulator, like, they literally have the safe functionality built inside the emulator itself, and it checks which games you are playing. So, since Sonic 1 by default doesn't have any safe functionality, it just assumes it doesn't have it.
Right.
And I didn't understand that back then. Like, I thought it was some stupid problem of the emulator itself, which I mean it is, but also not in the way I expected. Yeah, it was...
It's a weird emulator.
It is. But it was the best we got.
Until the workshop was flooded with pirated copies of games.
Yeah, I mean, eventually they just closed it all down. You can't buy the ROMs anymore. You have to buy Sonic Origins for $50.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah, it's awful.
I'm not far off behind you then.
I think Usaga's already beaten the game at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only a few minutes
I'm the
ago.
credit.
This right now is the penultimate stage.
Oh,
After this one comes the final level.
Yeah, we basically like went through the whole game almost.
might as well at this point.
Yeah, might as well just end it.
This boss is
Like keep it going until the end. I mean,
something else.
This boss is my pride and joy, but also it was absolutely horrible to balance. For so many reasons that I can't even list them all.
Is it balanced?
It is balanced, and if you don't believe me, you can play the hidden true BS mode version of this boss, and you will understand why. So the boss would actually move a lot faster. It would have 30 hit points, and most importantly, like the platforms that you see underneath you. Once you land the final hit, the bottomless pits will disappear. So you just have to land 12 hits and you've beaten the boss, basically.
Oh, okay.
In the original version, that was not a thing. You actually had to like play around with the boss in such a way that you would land the final hit on the very right of the stage, so you can like hop over again. And yeah, my playtester has some very choice words for me because of that. But yeah, it seems like you're doing a lot better now.
as a true BS survivor, yeah, this is balanced.
Yeah, I take that back. I take what I said about that back. I managed it.
Yeah. It's... A lot of people hate this, or rather, a lot of people didn't get it. The idea was that the stage earlier teaches you about the double jump reset. Like, when you hit the boss, you can double jump again.
Right.
And that was the whole idea about the boss.
The prophecies couldn't have prepared me for the absolute terrors visited Holy Realm beneath our cozy hub world has in store for humanity. It's a miracle you even made it. Out alive, Eggman was there too. You're so close to the end now. You mustn't give up now. I hope you've mastered the tutorial. I'd say mastered.
Like, I really hope you actually master the tutorial.
Mastered's a strong word.
You played through it once. I think that's good enough for what we want.
Now that should be good enough.
Yeah. It'll make sense in a bit. But also, you immediately killed the guy. Lovely. This is one of these things where I just love being game dev in that sense, because it's nice to toy with player expectations, or rather, expected player behavior. Like, everybody immediately kills the roller bot that stole your spike trophy. And if you don't kill him, you will actually get a different text.
Oh, back so soon. Hang on, what is this music?
This music is Postman Shutdown.
Okay, for a minute I thought it was Cynthia's battle theme.
First time I heard about Pulseman was through this song.
Actually, me too.
Wow.
This was one of the songs that was given to me by music composers. I don't remember which of the three, but yeah. It just had the perfect battle tune.
Oh.
Yeah. So since the corridor is so long, just added these texts to mock the player, basically. But also, like, the idea was always, I want to have the player be in on the joke. Like, I don't want to just insult them. And just keep them engaged, basically.
Right.
I need these messages for Silk Song.
Encouragement.
You keep missing the rings.
What rings?
Yeah, you just walk. You can when you break the monitor, the P monitor, and stand there, you can collect some rings.
Oh. I don't know how I managed that one.
Did you beat it?
No. Nearly.
Okay.
No, not nearly, but I felt nearly.
We'll see what nearly is in a second.
No, it was death. It was death. Yeah, I got really close. Okay, now I've got ring, I can definitely do this.
As long as you don't get crushed.
That's an
As you
important
can
thing.
probably imagine, in frantic mode, there are no rings.
Yeah, that's alright.
That was a nightmare.
Yeah. And also, in frantic mode, the boss pattern is slightly different. This is one of these things where it's like, it doesn't look like much because it seems like complete RNG, which I mean it is, but the roles of the two pillars that Eggman can spawn are predetermined in a way. So you will, for example, never have Eggman be on the very right or the very left.
How I didn't get crushed that time. I
Did you do it?
No, I thought I got
Okay.
crushed, but yeah.
So yeah, this is one of these things where it's like small things that you wouldn't even think about are making the game ever so slightly more tolerable, at least ever so slightly for first-time players.
You know,
I mean, it is the final boss, and the thing is, even though it's the final boss, like once you get good at it, you can beat this boss in 5 seconds, and
Not if you
that
need.
can be anticlimactic. But because, yeah, the boss that we played before this would always take like a minute or so, and this one is so short by comparison. But only if you know what you're doing. So I actually like that you're failing right now, believe it or not, because it means we can actually see these wonderful texts. It was really intended behavior.
All right there, it says wait on the monitor.
It's
Yeah,
It's a banger. You're right.
And then I saw somebody do a playthrough where they was like, okay, I'm gonna wait at the monitor a bit without breaking it. Nothing would happen. They get annoyed. They jump through the monitor and still get no rings. And those are the moments as a game dev where you just hold your hands in your head. The other way around.
Drum beat is a banger. I haven't even seen. This drum beat is a banger. It is an absolute banger.
It sure is. So much of a banger that it even gets remixed for the hidden challenge.
Those
Wish
last
it
10
any more
hit points. Those last 2 hit points.
Yeah, pinch mode starts at 10, so
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, the cool music is back.
Sure is. I've actually been meaning to ask, considering we now have a version that's in widescreen, what was the decision to make a separate version in widescreen?
That's funny because it was actually not my decision. At least not fully. So there's a guy called Vladek Kompa in the Sonic hacking scene who's like insanely talented with the programming side of things. And he made a ROM hack called Sonic 1 Blastless, which is basically they removed all the blast processing from the Mega Drive, and now it's a Game Boy game or a Nintendo Entertainment System game. It's insanely how powerful the thing is. It's funny. Hold on, let me just quickly see what will happen.
Oh, he did it.
I did it.
Oh, he didn't kill Eggman. Wow.
It didn't let me.
Because he didn't kill Eggman, that was actually one of the reasons why he was killing himself, because otherwise the sequence would break. So glad that wasn't done in vain. And now there's the escape sequence, so get the hell out of this place. But yeah, so... what was I saying? Yeah, widescreen. So he made a widescreen version himself for Blastless, and while he was working with me on Sonic ERaZor, like one day without warning was like, oh, I was bored, I just ported all the widescreen stuff to ERaZor, I hope that's fine. And I was like, what?
Wow.
You did what? I just had a widescreen in an afternoon, I was bored. So that is the original story of how we added widescreen. Unfortunately, at first it was really annoying because to use widescreen you had to use a very specific core in RetroArch,
right?
Custom widescreen core, and even then you had to add or you had to change a few settings. So yeah, like the barrier to entry to just play the widescreen version was so annoying for the average person that this whole Zenith update was basically a way to make it as user-friendly as possible. Have everything out of the box ready to play in a single exe file.
Awesome.
World is rescued. Animals jump around and spread their happiness by jumping off cliffs. After escaping the strange parallel dimension, Sonic decided to take one final run through the hills, where it all started. Without you, this would never have happened. Now, what's yours and Sonic's well-deserved party?
Well,
I don't know if you noticed, but you went through the tutorial again.
Yes, I did notice that.
I really love that homage to MBV at the end. It was a really fun surprise.
You mad, bro?
You did say about jumping off cliffs.
I like 5-second foreshadowing. Fun fact, if you beat the entire game without dying a single time, you will actually get a different ending, where you won't see Sonic die. But yeah. And in most circumstances, nobody will ever see that on their first playthrough. Because a lot of these deaths are pretty much by design. But yeah, that was the casual version of Sonic ERaZor. You made it.
You did it, Flapper!
I enjoyed that a lot.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
I did enjoy that a lot.
If you
Your first
ever
one.
want to get your ass kicked for real, you have to play frantic mode, which if you do will handsomely reward you, but it will also handsomely punish you.
I think that'll be definitely something I check out at a later date.
Sure. Still glad you managed to play the entire game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot. It was good.
Cool. So, are there any last questions, or will you move on to the next game?
Sorry, sneezing a lot there. Does chat have any questions for Selby?
Any questions in chat?
Yeah, so I can quickly say Roby-Wan Kenobi, he made the ducking sprite. Just small little fun fact.
Ooh. Applause. Even though it's like being suppressed by the microphone.
Yes.
I actually do have a question because you alluded to it like before because you constantly keep saying this is the final release. No, this is the final release.
Yeah.
Is this the final release of ERaZor?
Let's say right now it is. I will not
Okay.
say like I used to say never never. There's never gonna be another version, and then 8 years would go by and we'd be like, let's do it again. So
We'll see. We'll see in 8 years.
we'll see. Like right now, I have no big features planned. There are no huge bug fixes that I need to fix.
Hmm.
So unless something very stupid like the game not working with safe functionality on real hardware will happen again, I don't really see another reason to
Okay.
bring this out again. And I mean, the Zenith edition was called Zenith because it was like the peak of the game development, with like bringing this ROM hack to an external platform as a standard .exe file.
Right.
So it feels like, where do you go from there, you know?
Well, there is a question from chat right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Joshua Flop asks,
Josh.
will Selby sign my personal copy of Sonic 4 Episode 1?
I mean, if you really want to, I don't even, I've never played Sonic 4. That's not true. I played it for like 10 minutes until I realized this is not my stuff. But I guess you have to pay for shipping and also add $50.
You heard the man. Pay up.
Well, yep, that was Sonic ERaZor.
ERaZor.
And thanks for joining us,
Yeah.
by the way, Selby.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much
having
for
me.
being
Thank you for
here.
Been great to learn a little bit more about the hacking scene as well.
Always lovely to spread the gospel. We need more people in the Sonic scene.
We really do. We really do.
I will just say it's genuinely inspiring to have such a polished project come out. I mean, I know it's been out for a little while now, and that it's been like 15 years in the making, obviously, but the fact it's that well done is incredible to me.
Thank you. Yeah. The polish is like 90% of the work. And the reason why the game took so long to create. Because polishing a ROM hack on an incredibly old system made in the 80s, it takes a lot of time. A lot of time.
I can imagine, yeah.
But it definitely was worth it.
I can definitely see that.
And Josh is saying he can send a Steam screenshot and then you can sign over it.
I can quickly scribble my name in paint if you want to.
Send it over. We'll do it.
Oh yeah, one last thing. If you quickly go back to the hub worlds and just spam the A button, you will see the best feature in the game.
Hang on, I've unlocked everything apparently.
It's lit.
Josh is still in our little group chat, so he sent the screenshot in there.
I see. Press A to blink.
Yeah. And that's it. That is the best, most important feature you've ever seen, and you can't tell me
I've
otherwise.
also just noticed it's impaled by the spike.
Yeah, Impaled with he stole your Spike trophy. I mean, what is more fitting than that?
Good point. Well, that is that.
Yeah. Once again, thanks for being here.
Yes, thank you, Boo.
Thank you for having me.
It was absolutely great talking to you.
Enjoy the rest of the showcase. Probably still gonna have a bunch of cool games up ahead.
Yeah,
absolutely
we
will.
do. That we do. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. See you guys.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
See ya.
Thanks, LB. Have a great one.
Right. Wow.
That was Sonic ERaZor. The whole
was.
game.